It was a sunny Sunday morning when my 6-year-old daughter, Layla, grabbed her little bucket of sidewalk chalk and started drawing hearts and butterflies outside our house like she always does. She was wearing her favorite pink overalls and humming a tune while coloring a rainbow across the concrete curb in front of our lawn. We live in a quiet, gated community where things are normally calm except when Karen steps out. Karen, the self-declared HOA enforcer who acts like she's been given orders from the Pentagon, came marching down the street with a notepad in hand and her eyebrows permanently locked in battle mode. I was sipping my coffee on the porch when I heard her voice cut through the peaceful air like a knife. "Excuse me, this is public property. Graffiti is not allowed here." I looked up and saw Layla freeze, the blue chalk in her hand trembling slightly. Karen stood over her arms crossed, looking down like she had caught a criminal in action. My wife came out immediately, asking what the problem was. Karen snapped, "Your daughter is vandalizing HOA maintained sidewalk with unauthorized art." I almost laughed at the absurdity, but held it in instead. I calmly stood up and said, "She's a child drawing with chalk. It washes off." Karen waved her hand like she was swatting a fly. "It sets a bad example for the neighborhood. I'm reporting this to the HOA board and filing a citation for defacing property." My wife asked her to step back from Layla, who was clearly scared now, clutching her chalk bucket. But Karen refused. "Maybe if you people respected the rules, your kids wouldn't break them." That's when I stopped smiling. I walked down the steps and stood between her and my daughter. "That's enough," I said. Karen smirked and said, "What are you going to do? Call your lawyer?" I looked her in the eye and replied, "No, I'm going to write the judge." She scoffed. "Oh please," I smiled. "I'm the judge." Her face changed instantly. I pulled out my work badge from my wallet. United States District Court, federal judge. Her eyes widened like she'd seen a ghost. She stepped back, speechless. "Your daughter is—" "I didn't know," she stammered. "Didn't matter a minute ago," I replied. "What you just did was intimidate a child, on record. And we have cameras, including audio." Her mouth moved but no words came out. "Now unless you'd like me to file a restraining order and charge you with harassment of a minor, I suggest you walk away and never approach my daughter again." Karen spun around and walked off so fast she almost dropped her clipboard. My wife hugged Layla and said she could finish her rainbow if she wanted. Layla nodded, still a little shaky, and we all sat beside her as she drew. That evening, I sent the HOA board a formal complaint with time-stamped footage, screenshots, and a note stating that my position as a federal judge would not stop me from pursuing legal action if members continued to harass or intimidate children under the guise of code enforcement. The next morning, the board chair called to personally apologize. Turns out this wasn't Karen's first time. She had also yelled at a group of kids playing jump rope, claiming they were causing wear to the sidewalk. She was suspended from all HOA duties immediately. The HOA also issued a community-wide notice stating that sidewalk chalk is not considered graffiti and encouraging neighbors to support children's creativity in safe, respectful ways. 3 days later, we received a handmade card on our doorstep from 5 neighborhood kids that read, "Thank you for protecting our sidewalk dreams." It had chalk drawings of flowers and stars inside. As for Karen, she hasn't said a word since. She still walks the block but now avoids our side of the street like it's radioactive. Layla keeps drawing, and every time she does, someone new walks by and says, "That looks beautiful." She just smiles and keeps going. And as for me, I keep my coffee hot, my camera rolling, and my badge closed just in case someone else forgets that sometimes the law lives right across the street.